Hello, everybody. Um, this is Dan Rodgers. I am doing a recording of the presentation that I did in class um, in a new way because I realized how embarrassing it was to watch myself on camera and how inefficient and ineffective it felt like when I was presenting what funnels were, what they weren't, and kind of how they work. And so what I put together for everyone that wasn't in class and for those that were that kind of want to do a review is I put it together a PowerPoint and a presentation that will hopefully go step by step instead of kind of jumping all over the place like we did in class. So, this presentation is all about your business funnel and also how you're and the steps for your customer on their pathway through finding you all the way to purchasing your product and kind of toting your business to their friends and everyone else. So let's go ahead and get started. Like in class, I mentioned that a funnel is not just a software. It's not ClickFunnels, but it is actually just a process. Back in the day, they used to just call it a pipeline, but nowadays it's just such a like a hot word, or that everyone just kind of throws it around, and sometimes they don't know exactly what it means. But pretty much, it's just the process of um, how you take a customer through their journey through your business and the steps. Because it's very important to understand your steps so that way you can retain customers and keep them as long as possible so you can create a sustainable business. So there are seven columns that we're going to be going through in about five steps that we are going to go through also and they kind of coincide with the columns. So obviously is the funnel section, the conversion steps for your customers, what state of relationship they're in at that moment with you or your business, and also what the pathway looks like for those customers at that time and what you need to convey to your customers and your key actions to make sure that everything goes smoothly and with the follow-ups to make sure you kind of lock them in and have continuous contact with them. So the first step of the funnel is obviously the top of the funnel, right? Getting the traffic to you. And so the first step is just to bring awareness of your business to the customers because they don't really know who you are. And so you're trying to get their attention through advertising, social media, Google events, PR, also trade shows, anything that really can get your name out there because kind of influence is kind of like the new currency they're talking about right now. And once you actually get in front of those people, you want to convey to your customers your story and obviously the state of pain that they're in and how to get relief through your products or services. And so, what you want to do is offer them something of value after they start listening to your story so that way they can opt in and you can collect their information. And so once you have their information, you start wanting to educate them about what you do and what you don't do and setting proper expectations. So you create email sequences for your new leads. You don't sell them on anything, just that education portion. So that takes us to the middle of the funnel, interacting with potential clients or prospects. So these are people that are interested in that are starting to engage in your business. They're curious about it, so they start investigating your business through your website, your storefront. They actually will call you or send in a form through your social media and talk to people that might have worked with you before. So they're starting to kind of just figure out who you guys truly are because I think the trust is always the biggest issue with anyone, right? So we always want to work with people that we trust and that are going to take care of us because we're investing in them and we want them to invest in us. So we want to convey a clear message of what we do and how we do it and setting up proper expectations. So your key actions in these steps is profiling them very well and understanding kind of who they are and place them in specific pathways according to their interests and desires. Once again, trying to get them to opt in and collect their information so you can put them in the right pathway so you can win them over. So you create those email sequences, those text sequences for their specific needs and place them in those specific customer segments. So we're starting to get towards the bottom of the funnel, which is we want to create obviously an offer that they can't refuse. But as they're at the bottom of the funnel, um, the next conversion step is to create a desire. Well, they're having a desire to purchase your product. And so they're actually deciding to trust you and your business now and your product. And so they want to be presented with an offer and kind of additional value, just not a single product, right? So we always want to convey with an offer instead of just like, do you want to buy it or not? We want to actually provide a higher perceived value and desire and create a desire within that customer to want to uh, purchase with you, whatever it is. Because once they purchase once, they're most likely to purchase again, especially if they have a good experience with you. So we want to create that attractive offer, which you have to create through value stacking by giving that perceived value through through upgrades, upselling, one-time offers, and even warranties. So when you create all these things for them, they have a perceived value that might be a lot higher than what they were originally wanting to purchase. So now it's a lot easier to accept those kind of those lower costing products. We do this all the time in our business. And so it helps us tremendously create this value or this perceived value that we can do more if you want for a better price. But if that's too much for you, then guess what? It's okay. We can just give you kind of the basics and you can take your time uh, with those higher ticket offers later down the road. So we finally get to the end of the funnel, and that's closing and providing support for the customers and letting them know that once they do make that purchase, that we're here to support them. So at the end of the funnel, and they take this action, the next conversion or the next step is or next conversion step for the customer is taking the action and committing to the purchase. So the state of relationship that they are now is they trust your business and the products. So now on the pathway, it's creating or just going through the transaction, getting them to purchase and or make that agreement. And we want to convey obviously all the benefits, the guarantees, the warranties, and the ways of purchasing the product or service. Your key actions are to create a seamless transaction process for the purchase. Because if people get a little frustrated when they pull out their wallet with your systems, if they're not patient, they probably just walk away because we've had that happen, especially when it came to some of our payment programs. If those aren't seamless, it gets frustrating and it obviously shows that you don't have all your ducks in a row in the end. So once they make that purchase, obviously you want to set them up in the proper email sequence because they're a new client, which gives them special offers for memberships because you want them to keep coming back and additional discounts for later purchases. So here we have all of the steps. This is a new upgraded version. And if anyone wants this, I can give it to them. But I have a new spreadsheet. This is the 2.0 because as I kind of reviewed everything that I did in class, I realized I needed to take some time to clean it up and revise it. So that's kind of everything we've just gone through. And so the last couple things that I have are kind of the follow-ups. And this is what's very important to create kind of um, a lasting business, which with follow-ups, you're always improving your customer's experience and getting their feedback. Because, like I said previously, you want to invest in them since they're investing in you. So, with the follow-ups, the conversion step for your customer is reassurance because there's nothing more that we like than reassuring what we did was the right thing to do, and that we're predictable, and that or that that our business is predictable, and that they have that security in knowing that they're going to get the same experience again when they come back. And if they do that, then they start becoming an advocate for our business, and on their pathway. For us now, they start sharing and talking to other people about our business and their experience, and that's what creates a beautiful referral system for you and for us. So, um, obviously, what we want to convey to them when we get those referrals is appreciation, and 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 we want to convey obviously our interest in their experience and feedback, so that way we can keep bettering ourselves. So the key actions for you at this time or for us is to always send them out surveys, send them out gifts, personalized letters, and continue to follow up with them throughout their whole existence with us, with personalized emails, calls, letters, and mailers, because you want that continuous contact with them to have those advocates, because you want those people to keep sending you referrals. Because I think all of our businesses have those people that we connect with well or with so well that they just keep sending people our way, and which makes us better, because you want to keep that reputation alive. So, in summary, understanding your customer's pathways helps you perfect your business and fill in kind of the missing pieces of your business a lot of times. So, obviously, this creates a lot of benefits, but the three main benefits I think this does for you and your business is optimizing your operations because you create a framework of every step your customer takes. And second, you create additional streams of revenue because of the segment pathways for leads, clients, and lost customers, which is something we can talk about later if you want. We've talked about it in the class about the pathways for the lost customers or people that didn't purchase. And then obviously the last thing I put was the constant surveying eliminates guesswork of what additional costs are needed to grow your business and what new opportunities should be acted upon right away. Um, with all this information and framework, you're kind of set to just you're set to like just keep working and growing your business and perfecting it and then scaling up from there. Because once you perfect everything and start creating seamless pathways and frameworks, then you can start teaching other people how to do it also, and just grow your business from there. So that is the redo of the class. So instead of taking 2 hours and going down rabbit holes, um, did it in like maybe 15 minutes, I think, or 10 minutes. But if you guys have any questions or if you want any of this framework or these steps, let me know. And I will see you guys next time in class. Thanks. Bye.